Alright, so today we have trekked out to the Dungeon Powerbuilding Gym in Dubai. So anyone who hasn't been following me for too long, I was here roughly a year and a half ago when I actually took the business online and started going more into the comp prep space. And in doing that, it actually it was like a pivotal moment of my career, which was kind of cool. Obviously, it's quite nice to be back here. It is a smaller gym just near the airport in Dubai. A few cool bodybuilders train here. Did the seminar with Luke, John, and Callum here around 18 months ago. So going to get a little session in. Got some pre-workout because I actually fell asleep in the car on the way here, believe it or not. It was about a 35-minute drive, and waking up early. I generally don't make it very well through the day if you've sat me down for a little period. So we are going to be pushing through a little bit of delts, a little bit of legs, my minimal effective volume for the legs. So it's really not much of a session. That I will explain one day, but I don't think I've gone public about that either, so we won't do that right now. But I look forward to sharing it with you, and it is nice to be at a gym with heaps of hand-picked pieces of equipment too, so there's not a piece which misses in this place. So without further ado, let's crack on. Hopefully I can perk up in the next 10-15 and we can go from there. Alright, I'm going to try to freeball this one myself with the camera. Anyway, so we are doing standing calf lateral raises first and foremost, which is with a double rest pause, and we have found the 1M wrist straps, Josh Bridgman's brand, something we use at home. Actually, I think I've had 2 sets stolen, so I think I didn't buy them for a third time unless they're at James's house at the moment. So that's fun, but digging into the box of the cable attachments and finding a pair of these is quite nice. So this will level up the game for the lateral raises. And as mentioned, a little bit of delts, and then move into legs. So let's get the set going. We'll keep it marked up. Starting the session listening to Loading by Central C. Not a UK drill guy, but being in the UK, I was like, better chuck some of this stuff on. See what it's all about, and really get into the vibe, I guess. And since then, a little bit addicted, so that's been cool. Anyway, crack on. I generally go 5 reps for the rest pause rather than a count, but I'm being lazy. I don't think I'll get more than like 2 or 3 here. We're gonna call that set there. All right, so as you saw, I am using a rest pause style of training. There are studies to show this is just as efficacious as straight sets. There are actually certain studies to show that it is more efficacious than straight sets, but basically the intention here is that we can get as much out of a single set with that 5 breath, 20-second break, extend, so repeat the process as we can out of 3 sets. And obviously comparable for time, the 3 sets would probably take close to 3 times as long rather than the 1. So this is something that we incorporated just on account of time management. That was primarily why we did it initially, and I have probably progressed at a greater rate than I ever would. Do I always enjoy it? No, because it can require a little bit more out of the sessions themselves, but in regards to just general lifestyle and sustainability of the programming and whatnot, I definitely found it's been very effective, and it's been a really good incorporation amongst clients, because it's something that by me incorporating more regularly, I've been more inclined to program that. So if you are interested in a little bit more information around this, some studies, so on and so forth, a little bit more of a detailed breakdown, because I don't want to keep this I don't want this to become too intricate, don't hesitate in reaching out. I'll be happy to help out, but we're going to cap off our set. Didn't do the rest pause there because the cuff kept coming off my wrist, but for this one we will get that done. Not recording it though. We're with the Strive seated leg curl, which has a very nice taper actually, provided you can actually position the seat well enough. I usually opt for laying leg curls because I find I get a little bit of tendonitis in the hamstring when we go seated, which doesn't necessarily inhibit the set, but inhibits the set's capacity to go till failure for me. So let's see how we go. Bit intrigued. If I can get the positioning right, we should be okay. This is a double rest pause, single set. I'm already warmed up. So, and just to reference, 3 to 4 warm-up sets typically speaking. I think I did 2 here. That's more out of laziness, but 4 or 5 reps each of those sets. Bit of a walk around, make sure the hamstrings are ready to go. Just interested in getting more or less a little bit of blood into them, get accustomed to the movement, get accustomed to the machine, get accustomed to the weight. Just a little bit more of a jump than usual, so this could be choppy. There you go. Let's see how we go. I'm guessing 3. Hey! 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 And I'm guessing 3 again. 3, 3, 3. Ooh. 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 That's gross. Alright, so I generally tend to squirm in the hip press. You can probably see my arms going everywhere. I do like this movement because I find it's incredibly low. It's not taxing on the CNS compared to like a conventional leg press. And I can get some degree of isolation around the quads without the knee burn, which comes with a lot of other movements which I do. And if we were to loop back to the hyperextension previously, which I couldn't record because there was a couple of guys praying around the time that I was doing the set. I didn't want to disrupt that. It's very important that through the hyperextension we mimic the pattern often. So to what I was saying, a lot of individuals complain of low back pain throughout the course of hyperextension. It's important that we mimic the pattern of the RDL. We still thrust through, we still keep that hinge, we still keep the core on, and the back is to some degree depressed, rather than trying to hyperextend the back as well and compensate for the nature of the movement. That's why I tend to like dumbbells, because I can precisely mimic that pattern, and it is entirely glutes, unless I was to go too heavy and to actually lose the form. When I prefer movement, something I've changed my stance significantly. But nonetheless, we'll probably cut the session there. I've got leg extensions to go and we'll wrap up. I'll catch you guys later for a little bit of a wrap up. All right, and that is a wrap. So back home now, just washed up and whatnot as well. Obviously another warm day here, so it is the second you step outside, you do need to jump back straight in the shower, and especially after a training session in a gym which is very vaguely air conditioned, if air conditioned whatsoever. So good session. It was really nice to head back there because I did come back. I did first visit there about a year and a half ago, coming out of like working on the floor as a personal trainer, relatively untried coach, and have obviously had a lot of success since then. I think since then I went there for a comp rep seminar with Luke Callan. I may have mentioned that earlier in the video, and I would have maybe prepped like 15-ish clients then, and then last season alone we did 20, which is kind of cool. So it is nice to be here. It is nice to be back. It is nice to be in a gym with heaps of hand-selected pieces and a really good culture, so that's always fun. But hope you enjoyed. These are more about just getting a bit of a personality out. I think I show too much of the personality on it. I am quite the odd character, but nonetheless, thank you for tuning in. Have a good day, and
have a good night, whatever time it is where you are. Enjoy.